Hello and welcome. Right, well, what did we do in this session? Well, you can sort of see we did our all of the field work, and I mean all, including you will not see needs rolling. We used the Brant to full thing. We did a field of grass, and we also got a windrower in the very last month. So we've done fairly well. Again, we did an awful lot of buying and selling, but we got out of debt, but we're only just in the black. We also, though, the reason this is because you will see there's a Valmet over there, and that was 35,000. We were right up to about 42,000 again, and that dropped. And I thought I can't say no to a Valmet 190 horsepower tractor. I thought we were actually in a really good place now. We're at 4 tractors, a little Tiddler and 3, and that little Tiddler's still 94 horsepower. It's not to be thought of as useless because it's not. It can do a lot of little jobs. And it's got the 3-point link as well. It could just be a fertilizer tractor really, and it'd still be fine, but it won't. We'll use it for the animals, I think, and any other little jobs that we need to do. So trying to think anything else we bought for the farm. Yeah, the windrower and that I think was all this session. All the everything else we sold. We have put some tools down in this session. Yeah, we've obviously sugar beet again, but I've observed crop rotation. We've shifted it to this field and put the grass down on that one. So there's good. We put the beautiful ramps down, which I really love. We've got, yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I will show you everything. We put the car shade, the very reasonably priced car shade down there as well. So, yeah, we've got this to repair because there are a couple of things that we still haven't got the money for our production that needs to go in here. And we are going to need to place that because it's obviously we've got the grass now and we've got nowhere to put it unless we put it in the production. So I'll show you the state of the sugar. Yeah, why is that showing green and not orange? I think it will. It's just, yeah, it will show orange if you look at it like that. Yeah, so let me show you the production, how much we've got in the sugar. We have got, it's always saying this needs tweaking up. This is now, obviously it's only really done 6 months, but I think a factory should do a little bit more. This is doing 2 lots of sugar in a way. We're using the trick. If this was a standard beet sugar, and bearing in mind I've tweaked this and the loss is less than Giant's recipe. Yeah, that's just cutting the sugar beet, but again, it's not. I think that one's about right. I don't expect that to be super duper. It was just an additional thought that you probably would have a beet cutter in a factory that deals with beets. So I've got that in there, but it's not super duper. It's not. It's the main function of the factory. Obviously, the sugar cane we can't do in Britain anyway, and this one. Likewise, although the cycles are good, I think this needs to be only just a little tweak. I think to 3, and this adjusting likewise, and the cut beet sugar, maybe again, 6 to 5. I would think just a little tweak. I don't want to make it super. It's surprising on a factory like that with cycles of 2,400, where even that one number will make quite a considerable difference. So I don't want it to be silly. I want them to be balanced. But I think, yeah, so next month we will be selling that, and we will be selling with 35,000. Bear in mind that it's 35,000, but we're selling it ourselves, which means we'll get in an extra 50%. So it'll be more like 50 odd thousand selling it here. And we've obviously also got a little bit of pig food. So, and again, that's going to be times 50% on top. So that'll be 18,000. So really, all in all, not a bad. The sugar, it's always been a chugger. It's never going to make you rich, but it can, if your factory was bigger than that, it can make you quite a considerable amount. And if you were doing all of the sugars, if you're in America, then you would be all right. It would actually come into its own, and you'd make quite a bit of profit. I do like the sugar industry. It's just, I mean, the oil industry on hard economy that's not too terribly fantastic. None of them are, and that's what I'm saying. You've got to work for it, which is like in real life, because farmers do. It's not, nobody gives them a meal ticket. It's tough. You really do need to do it by either volume or whatever. And if you lose a crop, it can literally cripple you or send you under forever. And that's what I mean. You can be bankrupt. So it is a tough industry to be in. People don't give farmers the prices, all the respect that they really need for saying they feed us all. Really, it's the supermarkets and that are controlling prices to the point where it's crippling little businesses. But it is what it is. There's not much that the little people can do about it unless something changes. But yeah, that's by the by. It's going to rain a bit in a bit, but we're just at the minute going through the months. We're just going to go through till. In fact, I suppose we could go through till July on this episode, and then it's ready to sell in the morning. It's the main business end of the business tomorrow, and we'll just see finally what the final sort of state of play is, as in like the cash, how well that factory does. I also got to bear in mind we're going to sell. Oh no, we're not. This is the thing. If you're going to self market, you've got to like lug your stuff. So I don't think we've got a trailer at the minute, have we? We're going to need to grab a TPS. We are. Ooh, potatoes. Another agri. Well, we'll do a bit of buying and selling, definitely. It's a shame about the Quattro, though, because I've got to be honest, the potatoes is a good thing to do. I've never seen that with a good bonus yet. The DeWolf Quattro. It's always had a poor, like 36, 41. Never seen it at 60 or 70, where it would be really, you'd think, oh, I've got to have a loan to have that, because it's amazing. It is still a good price, don't get me wrong, but I think we'll buy and sell it. I think we'll do that next session, definitely, and then we'll get selling. So we do need a TPS. We'll do the buy and sell, and we'll buy it then. I think when we've got a bit of cash in from that, it will actually pay for that, really, when you think about it. But that is the state of play. That's what we did. Oh, damage in the sugar, of course there is. Yeah. So all in all, I'm quite pleased with where we are. The generator's helping, but it's not like the Lorts in FS22 where it was 30 grand a day, and that was like almost three businesses chugging slowly. It's like 3,000 to 5,000 a day, which is a bit of seed money, a little bit more. You could probably buy a couple of pieces of equipment in a year, but it's not making the difference. So that's what I'm saying, and I like that. I always felt when I'd got the Lorts, the windmill, that you could, is it really me or is it the windmill? Do I need to do anything? Can I just stay at home and let this energy business just pay for and make me rich? Not rich, but you know what I mean. Like a really good steady income, and that's the point. You've got to really, what are we putting into the business? Is it more than that? And it is. That's definitely an assist, but a little one, and I like that. I think it's where it should be for a generator. But that's it. I think all that remains to be said is I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, we are back on Riverview, and I thought, well, if we're trying to, and I am trying to observe crop rotation, I thought, well, would you really put a root crop back in a root crop field? And I thought, well, it does take a lot out of the field. So, with that in mind, I think we're just going to swap fields, which is what we should do, really. Is that going to get in the way? Let's manually just open that up. Yeah, I'm going to say, I was unsure whether I've actually done it or not. So sugar beets, we didn't use much. I was very nicely surprised by the seeds. Sugar beet was always been one of those crops that is a real beast. So let's set a normal worker going. But we'll do past the Brent. I think it'll still probably end up... yes, I got a low loader to deliver that wink wink. Yeah, well, you've got a... Yeah, but at least I did it off camera. Ooh, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, the worker would get walloped by that. They do stick out a long way, don't it, actually? Still going to struggle to, like, miss it, but... Ooh. Let's try one more time. I'm sure we can do this. It's just a little tiny bit more. And if I miss a little bit with that beast in the way, there's not really much choice. I'm going to, I suppose I'm going to roll over it in a bit. Yeah, I could sort of, there's not really many places you can hide a Brant roller. They're a bit of a beast. Right, let's try that. And then I think what we'll do is I'm going to do the headlands. And then I'm going to like say, you can see though, always in the rain. What really, there is no better time to seed than in the rain. But it would be a struggle. I mean, harvesting in the rain, now that's a very poor idea, but seeding in the rain is a gardener's and a farmer's perfect situation, really. It is a bit of a struggle. It's just, yeah, if we just, no, it's not the easiest of things to do, but you can, if I just, if I, oh yeah, I've lifted it. I was going to say, have I lifted it? I'm not sure. Does that hit? Yeah, it has got a collision. Just testing. Yeah, I think I showed you actually. Yeah, I did what we did yesterday. I'm quite pleased with adding the fact that you can chop sugar beets. I've got to be honest, it really is. Even though I've tweaked it, it's not very good. Not really. I mean, I've tweaked that, so I don't know how small it would be. If I've tweaked that and it sort of doubles it, it would sort of almost get rid of all of ours, 100 odd tons, which when you consider sugar beets, well, all of the sugars, they're all very, what's the right word? Prolific, aren't they? There's a lot of it. So you'd expect it to be, I mean, and I've tweaked that. I've also tweaked the loss, and it's still not, it was quite a good, I've got to be honest, FS19, you made millions, as in like you got millions of litres. Yeah, I'll be specific because I'm not sure, you do make millions in profit. But what I mean is it's almost like there's been an exponential decreasing of how much sugar beet you get. I remember, I think I said this in FS22 as well. In FS19, I had a small field 7 it was on Lone Oak, and it was a really small field, and it got 100 tons, 100,000 litres from that little field. Then went to Elm Creek on a field that was twice as big as that, and I got about 100 tons. So it'd been halved, you know, how much you got in comparison to what you used to get, which, oh, hang on a minute, aren't I? Shouldn't I be setting the grass going as well? Yeah, I've got him ready, actually, not him, but I'll go in him and then let go. Yeah, I got this ready. I didn't want to, like, fill it with seeds until you were sort of with me. Yeah, let's get some grass seeds in here. And we will stick that on grass. And we'll set this going. It should. I can't remember if this knows how to do the seeding side, a normal worker. I can't remember. We'll have a go, though. Yeah, it is true, really. It is perfect, sort of, to seed and plant in the rain, but it would be a bit of a challenge for the tractor. But yeah, if it was the mud thing was going, right, so if we switch that on, yeah, I think you have to switch it on for it to know what it is, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Right, let's get cracking. Down. It is amazing, isn't it? With your habits, when you start to do habits, as in like you lift automatically, it becomes part of you. You don't need to think about it anymore. You know, like, and same as like going around corners with a plough. You can obviously, when you usually start in Farming Simulator, you don't really worry about such things. But then when you sort of think, yeah, but it's not very realistic, I'd really snap my plough to pieces by doing that. And then well, not everyone. We've all got our own styles. Some people just attack. I attack it as a game for like the results, as in, and I'll use mechanics to the maximum and the game parameters without cheating agriculture, you know, like agriculturally. And I don't like productions that cheat. That's why it's important to me, even though I'm making my own productions, that I'm actually trying to get them so that they are fairly right. Yeah, I don't want to be being silly. I'm using other people's like omatanas as like a reference, as in like, you know, like the recipes I'm familiar with in FS. We may as well carry this on with this ourselves, really. No, we can't assist. We can't do grass with this. It would have been better to go down the hill, but We've started, so we'll finish. Yeah, it's a struggle, even though it's not a very big. But this is underpowered for this particular. I think it's 350, so this is a 246. It is a bit of a struggle, but it's managing it very slowly, and it takes uphill. So if we go downhill, of course, the reverse is true. It is going to be quite able to do that. Yeah, again, this is about something you sort of like challenge what you know about a game, and you sort of think, well, does how you really there's a certain point where you need to get a bit of a feel for the game and what everything. And sometimes you have to challenge what you know, and even if it fails abysmally, not be afraid to. I've turned time up to times 10 so that we get past this rain a little quicker. Wow, it's a beautiful thing to have though, something this large for doing the fields. Yeah, but look at the seeds of the sugar beet. If this had been FS22, we'd have caned this. It would have been on almost 0. It was that severe, like, seed. This is like, I don't know whether it's going to stay like this, because obviously this is sugar beet. It usually is quite prolific, the way that it uses seeds. I do love the way you can, like, rotate this and... Yeah, still weird graphics. Yeah, nothing in the mod hub yesterday. It surprises me. I've been told by a reliable source that it is chocker. Still. It is true, yeah. I'm not naming names. Yeah, they made a comment and I thought it's true. He said there's a lot of mods in the mod hub and a lot of them don't add anything to the game. And I said, it's always been like that. I said, not being funny, but in FS22, how many 3-metre ploughs and cultivators do we need? For heaven's sake. Every day there's another 3-metre cultivator. But the modder that made that might be cutting his teeth on it. But I suppose what I'm saying is you might cut your teeth on it, but do you really want to put it on the modder where there's 600 other 3-metre cultivators? The answer to this question is obviously yes. If you're the modder in question. No, I mean, it is true. I think there should be choice. I mean, because sometimes it's a bit like Sariga's, the TPS. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's nothing absolutely wrong with it. It's brilliant. I personally can't see why anyone would ever think that anything bad of it. It's got ramps that don't get in the way, so you can put things longer than the actual trailer. It's a beautiful size. On almost most maps it will fit nicely, especially small to medium, whereas something like my favourites, the 30 to 50 footer, now you might get away with the 30 on a small map just, but and again, that's got ramps that yeah, the Mack truck, I'm calling names because I'm not having a go either. There's a lot of this design. Giants have done it. A lot of real life companies do it, where you have the back ramps that come up straight against the back. Well, that's all right, and it's okay in certain situations if, you know, like, you're only ever going to have a truck on that. But if you was like ever wanting to do, no, it's that one, I think. Yeah, if you're ever trying to do something that's slightly longer than the trailer, which in Farming Simulator you often have to do abnormal loads, then I've got to be honest, it's not, you can't do it. Right, so where can we safely stick this? Yeah, we can't take that because we're trying to save up for the production. Now this is fully fertilized. I think this needed liming, so we have got the ability to do liquid lime. I'd like to see how good that is, actually. I've never used it yet, as in, I think I'm right. Let's have a look. Yeah, needs lime, needs rolling. Well, the rolling we can sort, but the liming will do first. I'm not sure how far it will go with the Recordia. I know it's 15 metre. It's not terrible, not for a little thing like that. Yeah, I mean, again, there's, oh no, it's doing well, actually. Or she. It's she, I think it was, actually. Yeah, so let's grab some liquid lime and see how expensive that is. At least we've got the cheaper... yeah, so we've got a beautiful mower. We'll need a windrow. There's no cheap windrows, are there? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There were lots of tools that were a start from scratches. Let's slow time down a bit. We don't want it to be super zippy. Now it's gone. Because I wouldn't think liming in the rain was very good. I would say that's pretty nasty. All right, that's the point. Can you get liquid lime from here? Now that is true. I think we see it. I'm not sure. No, I was right. Yeah, you can't. It needs to. Okay, well, yeah, I hate doing this in the middle of a session, but if you don't do it like this, oh, my television's deciding that I've said something to awaken it up. And it's going to change me to another channel. Oh, another Elho. Oh. No, it's that one. We want, yeah, we'll have to have the shop delivery. I mean, there's nothing wrong with obviously having things delivered. 2,000 litres. I'm not sure how far it'll go, so let's do. Yeah, because I'm not sure we ought. Well, we'll try it. Good job we did get some cash. Right, let's also reset that. I know I'm like, although we might need to redo it, but let's have a go. So I've just no idea how far the liquid lime actually goes. Yes, it's actually, it might be like terrible or it might be brilliant. Obviously, it's 3 times the cost of dry equivalent, and that's what I'm saying. If like it's as bad as normal lime, it really makes this as good as an idea as it is. Cost is also an element. It is. It's no good like denying that. That in any sort of walk of life, if something's 3 times the cost, it's got to be 3 times as good, or it's got to be so convenient for you that it's worth doing that. So let's have a bit of a go, shall we? 15 meters. Let's try it. We don't want to waste any. All right, let's get going. I thought this was a very clever mod. Very clever mod. It's sort of going down at the standard rate, I would say. So it's important that you keep going. But you're soon going to like. Still seems strange, doesn't it? Like liquid white. Very clever, though. Yeah, I'm trying to think about how much lime it would take to do a field of this size. Is again, you've got to keep yourself going all the time. Yeah, because you can, if you've got a weak worker that's like too weak for the trailer, obviously it starts to slow down, and then of course you're actually using twice as much lime as you would do normally. So again, that's another sort of thing. Again, it is true. If the coverage on this is good and it's twice as good as dry lime, then in a way it's worth the extra cash anyway. That's I just keep wanting to try it and think, well, yeah, because it's like this. You normally need to go and grab a limer. It's the only one of those things where you've got to have a dry fertilizer spreader because of the liming. It was the only thing that could deliver. Now you've got a liquid, you can have a sprayer that does everything. The only thing is that the only bad thing, unless you make the liquid fertilizer yourself, that is very expensive. It is. I've always found that liquid fertilizers, it's the thing that sort of lets you down in that I've had some beautiful sort of sprayers, and I'm thinking, yeah, but it's costing me a fortune to do the fertilizing because I'm using liquid fertilizer. Yeah, on Calmston, in FS22, I had it was not a Bredor, that's the wrong manufacturer. Oh, what was it? It was one of those beautiful sprayers. We got that manufacturer in this in FS25. Not sure, actually. Let's just stop that for a second. Oh, which was it called? Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, it's green colour. I don't think we have got it in this time. I don't think we have. But I did really like it. Obviously, the proper sprayers. Oh, we got the Rubicon as well. I don't think we have we? We've lost quite a lot this time. We've gained things as well, but we've lost some things that I thought were quite amazing. I'm not sure. We may not have lost the Rubicon. I mean, that's been a staple all the time, and it is a beautiful thing. It really is. Yeah, I had the privilege to own one on around the world in 80 days. We had one, and it was a beautiful thing. The speed that they cover the fields is absolutely phenomenal. Well, that's not bad. That's half. So obviously got to do this, the zigzaggy bit now, but well, it's one way to do it. Well, you could go straight down, I suppose. Yeah, precision farming's coming back. Now, it's funny, with this fertilised once, you're sort of precision farming already, but you obviously without all of the soil benefits and that you do get, which I do love. So, yeah, it is. I was watching another virtual farmer who was going through something, and he was talking about his favourite mod, and his was precision farming. Mine would have to be Courseplay, although I've got to be honest, I'm not using it as much as I did, because the worker that we've got now is sort of not bad. Now we just get this little splash. It's a shame to like not get the field done properly. Now that, I've got to be honest, was not bad. So that cost us 9, 2100. I don't think that was too bad. We've got like a third of it left as well, so that would have been 4,000 litres that we've just done that, which is actually 1,800, which is not, I don't think that's bad for a field like that. It was, yeah, quite good. So we've limed it, now we need to roll it. So let's grab the roller from its spot. I'm going to do this, I'm going to enjoy this. Do we time-lapse it? I think so, because otherwise the session gets away from you. Right, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, even the rolling. Isn't it amazing? You've got to switch it off and on again to actually see the results. It's so slow. So we've fully fertilised that. We haven't fully fertilised that. We need to get that done, don't we? Right, let's use you. Let's grab that again. And, oh, can you throw liquid lime out? I bet you can't, can you? Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Well, we'll try. The recorder might be small enough that it can throw out. The bigger ones, they don't even bother trying because it's just. So we'll see. It's worth trying to unload. It might be a thing of liquid lime, does it? No. No, no, it isn't. It's a bit of a shame. It is. So, imagine that's not a fault of liquid lime, is it really? It really is a fault of. Does that mean I suppose we could lime. Can you? You used to be able to lime preemptively, so we could have a go. It's like, well, we've got to waste it anyway. We've got to because we've got. Yeah, you can. So that's not a waste, is it really? Because it does need doing on all fields, so we may as well do what we can. When it does come, it's going to stop this bit of the field that needs doing, and then we'll like grab the some. We'll obviously buy some from our supplier Omatana, and we'll get it. I don't think you even need to say double slurry now. I think it's automatically activated, isn't it? Because the the fertilize once mod, if you've got it on, obviously it'll take over. So, which is quite amazing. So sugar is the next thing we need to sell our sugar. Yeah, it isn't the most lucrative. I do think I've got to tweak this to make it a bit better because I've got to be honest. If you was into sugar, you've got your sugar factory's got to be fairly decent. You'd no point in going into sugar if the factory's rubbish. Yeah, and that which is why I mean I've tweaked that. So really, I mean yeah, the original, and that's what I'm saying. It's not one size fits all. So the little factories, they were really pathetic. It's obviously I was a little bit into Riverbend Springs, and I'm thinking this is going to do about 5 or 6 tons a year. I thought that's just terrible. It's just not a business that, who would buy a factory that you can't even break even with it? Nobody. It's that poor, and that's what you were really saying. I'm paying 36,000 for a factory that's just inadequate. It starts its life as being totally inadequate, because really, I suppose the bottom line is the big factories are really inadequate. So therefore, giants would show up the big factories if you made the little factories as good as they should have been. Yeah, but really, obviously, the big factories are quite awful. I mean, they've upped it a little bit, so they've got a bit more realistic. I personally think with some of the things they've done this time, yeah, they're stepping in the right direction. But the typical sort of giants, really, that it's just, I mean, it's so hard to make cash on Farming Simulator if you just play the giants way. It really is, and that really shouldn't be. So that's not bad, really. We did all of the outside. There's only, I should say, 2/3 of the field we did, really. So let's grab some. Well, it doesn't matter. Digestate slurry, it's all the same cost when you buy it from someone else anyway, so it makes no difference. Yeah, we can actually, as I said, what I'm thinking is if we go put my mod on, it's a sort of farmer's best friend. It's called self-sufficiency because it makes you self-sufficient, but it also does a couple of things which can be classed as a business, like that you can use it for the farm, but also you can oh, a bit poor, not a proper attempt that, Mr. Smith. Right, so this one's done. So we need to do the other one. It's only going to take a couple of minutes to go over this, isn't it? So I'll not time lapse it, not this time. Apart from the fact you got to keep going backwards and forwards to the fillet. At least it's quite quick tractor. If someone presses cruise control, that is. Well, I did press it, but again, it doesn't always like anything. So we've preemptively limed a goodly amount of the fields. Yeah, that's the only thing I've got against a recorder. But it is, I've got to be honest, when I go visit one of our Matlock office, is that raining again? No, it's just those dust motes that fly. Yeah, there's lots of this type of size slurry spreaders that I see in the field. So they are a common thing because it's cost. Again, and that's what I was saying about cost. If a farmer can travel backwards and forwards to get his liquid fertilizer, his slurry from the farm, because the cost of the equipment that would be bigger is like just too expensive for the farm to afford, then obviously you're going to stick with what you've got, even if you've got to go and fill it a lot. It's the price you pay, isn't it, really, for doing that thing. But if you've got slurry on hand, then, I mean, we haven't, we're buying it in, and it's, but we've got, the other thing is we'd have to spend 20 odd grand on another tool, which I guess, that's why I just thought I'd try the liquid lime and just see how effective it was. Well, I've got to be honest, I'm quite pleased with that. That's a bit more like him. That's a bit more of an effort to be, yeah. And I love the fact we've obviously got support. I think we already did all of our pig food, didn't we? We've got to keep our eye on that. Yeah, we did 334 litres. Yeah, cut beet sugar, that'll come back in the morning when it's processed some more. I say I tried to sort of add that without making it too silly. I thought that was quite an admirable bit, just to do almost the same cycles as the others, just to make some and again, even with the two, it's not making us that much sugar, and that's what I'm saying. That's with me trying to add another function to the factory, and it's still not really making us an awful lot. And that's with two sets of sugar. Now in Great Britain, you could only ever you can't really do sugarcane, although we know you can, but you can't really. So if you're going to play this realistically, like I'm trying to, then you've only got sugar beet and sugar beet cuts to actually go on. So it's just not too bad. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, I think it automatically does the double fertilizing now. I don't think you need to switch it on anymore like you used to. Then. Didn't quite catch what I wanted, but hey ho. Trying to get better at this. Again, this is something I really didn't do an awful lot of in FS22. No, I did not really. Oh, what you're doing? You're missing an entire thing. Oh well, we're not going to do it in this load anyway. I would imagine we might just about get away with the next load finishing. So let's just, yeah, we might as well try and use as much as we can. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think we'll do it on one more, but you never know. You sort of get a feel for it, don't you? And that's what I say, really, this is a skill, this one of like slurry spreading, that I've only just really a Riverbend Springs. Yeah, I mean, I've used these a lot actually in FS25, which is quite nice because I didn't use them hardly at all. The other thing is, I suppose the Recordia, I've had the Recordia quite a few times. On a starting farm, it's affordable, and it often appears in the sales, even though it's a cheap item, because I think Giants, yeah, it's weird because some items never appear in the sales because they're less than 10,000, but certain things like front loaders and this as well, this does too. So whether modded things do appear because they're modded, as in like the modders done it and Giants have got a different criteria. I do know whenever you put something new in the game that it does appear in the sales more often than like something that doesn't. Yeah, I mean, and the Hardy pack used to always, let's just splash just there. Yeah, the Hardy pack was a terror for appearing all of the time. But then sometimes it didn't, so it's still a bit random. Oh, no, you're not quite going to do that. Not quite. Yeah, this is going to be one of them up and down jobbies where you're going across ways, which is a bright faff, but you've got to do it. Really, you can't half do a job, can you? No point in doing it, really, if you... I mean, there's bits... Right, yeah, it's just... Yeah, I love the Moesca duo. That is amazing. Let's just get that little splash here. Let's try to do it. And then we'll do these side bits. And I think I was right. I should be able to do this if I do it right, that is, of course. Yeah, I must admit I've enjoyed. And they've also got the 21 metre, which will serve us very well if we get a bigger one. Well, hopefully when we get a big one. But I mean, for now, again, this, as reasonable as it is a real asset. Well, yeah, we wouldn't have been able to line without it. It really is a... Oh, yeah, let's get this because it's bugging me now. I've had 2 or 3 attempts to do that. Still not quite done that patch. We will get this. Determined. Fantastic. Oh, no, we won't waste it either. No, that's brilliant. It should be fully fertilised now. Yeah, again, I know we've got to leave the tools. With great regret that I was really looking forward to having that shed, and I thought you really haven't got any room for like your businesses. And I thought, no, it's true. So 100% fertilised. It shouldn't be weed grown because it was done with a weeder. I love that. I love the fact that if you do them with the weeders, and this has been ploughed, so therefore everything is good. We've even rolled. That's bowled me over. That has really. Still 80 tons left. It is a bit slow. It is true. I think we're going to have to up this a little. Yeah, I think we'll just increase the amounts. The cycles are brilliant. I think even just one, if we did 3 sugar beets, and if we did like 7 or something like that, and 7 would be for 5 or 7 for 6. If we just have a single loss, we'll stick to just 1 digit difference. Because, like, obviously that's then the same. Oh, yeah, we'll probably do that because it is awful, really, when you consider. Right, we think we've done everything. There's nothing. Yeah, there is, but we said we're going to leave it. Right, so everything's done, I believe. Let's just check on camera. Make sure we have, yeah, double fertilised everything. 2 fields as well. 2 now. Amazing. This doesn't need liming, doesn't need rolling, doesn't need ploughing. We've done all of that. And 1 grass, and let's go through till April morning. Now we have got a bit of a loan, so we're going to get walloped. We could nearly pay it off, but I was going to say we could do some buying and selling. I've got to stop saying ducking and diving. I do love the look of those. They're so uniform, aren't they? Really are amazing. First growth stage. I don't think you can cut in first growth stage now because, well, I grew grass and tried to cut it in the stage which you normally can, and it wouldn't let me do it. So very strange. So let's have a look in the sales. We have our I suppose it's 8 grand. We could sort of buy and sell the 2. It's 8 grand off of our debt, isn't it, really? I suppose when you think about it, yeah, so you've got to look at it in a different light, really. Let's get this done. I mean, we've got all of this bit of kit as well. That obviously wants taking to the farm at some point. Including that fantastic... Yeah, we didn't really need a baler, but sometimes, as I said, it's not... It's a bit like when you get the fluffy mods. It is brilliant, but it's sometimes a bit of a mistake to only have the fluffy mods because it means that you've always got to do that job. And you can't always, if you're directing like 6 other tractors, it's not always that... yes, and it's 40, so 65,000 we need to have on hand to... I think that's enough. Yeah, just. Yeah, empty. Yep. Fantastic. Yeah, now I do like this. Well, do I? No, it's the fast bale, isn't it? I do like it, but it's too... The bales are too small. I'd sooner have less bales, you know, because they'd be bigger than I would, you know, like than... Oh, it's a wrapper as well, isn't it? But it's still... It is fast, but they're little. No, we're not going to refill. We're not keeping it. Someone else can have it. It is true, actually. I never used to think about that. It's that's a new thing. Let's get rid of some of this stats. Repay. We need to keep some cash on hand. 15,000. See, it was worth. We've not knocked our things out. April. So this will be second growth stage. And our sugar beet is at least we did it March this time, so that means we should be cutting it in October. Can we put, apologies, wheats down in October? I think you can, can't you? Yes, so we could rip the sugar beet out if we do get it in October, and we could put some wheat in straight after it, which is not bad because, yeah, I was thinking of the new business. Oh, windrower. Fantastic. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to have to lend. We're going to have to do a bit of buying and selling. But that's a beaut as well. It is. It's a shame, really, that because that's a gorgeous 6 metre. We'll stick to the 4.7. We will buy it and sell it, though, of course. And we should just about get the Poitinger out of doing this. And that's what I'm saying. It really is quite a good... Let's do the 94 thing first. Get the biggie out of the way. We don't want any extras. Just want the as is. Oh, hang on. What else have we got on that's worth 19,000? We've taken all the options off. $132. Now that's not right, is it? We've not got any options on at all. Why is it costing us an extra options 25,000? Right, we'll have to adjust this because that's cheating us. We'll give ourselves 25 grand back because that's really not. We can see that's not right. The game's it's a new mod that is. So 25,000, but we will give ourselves that extra 25,000 back because that's not on. We've switched everything off, and it's still saying 119,000. So let's give ourselves 25,000. I don't like being diddled. 25,000. So now we're back to where we should be. 34,000. Does that mean that we've paid our loan off? Oh, we've not sold it yet. I was going to say, why are we so down? We're down because... Yeah, and I bet you it'll be the crane, but you obviously you can switch that off, or you should be able to. I suppose it could be, but I don't know whether you're going to get that money back. That's what I'm saying. We shall see. No, we actually lost 4,000, and that's what I say. The extras are sometimes quite bad. We would have made cash if we weren't for that extra 25 grand. So we sort of did because of the fact that obviously, right, let's just do everything. Yeah, we're going to unfortunately have to sell this. It's a shame. It is because I do like that, but that is really, it's 4.7, something like that. It's quite large. And I say for grass and canola, we've got the 12 metre anyway. So I've always found canola not a bad fallback crop, really. Even just as like just for cash, it's not terrible. So you as well, and don't sell the windrow. We want it. Yeah, we may just about almost get the windrow for the trouble of selling all these items, which I do like. Yeah, I had another guy modelling my trailer, the huge one. It's ever so weird. I've done a water tanker on Blender, and it worked fine. I did the. Oh no, it's just the 3 point dropping. So this 25,000. That is an amazing price for that. It really is. Don't care about spare wheel. I don't know about the curtain. I think we'll just go for normal. Don't know what that means. It's got like extra wheels. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Fantastic. So let's repay our loan. And then we'll be right down to the ground again. But at least we'll be out of debt. And we've got 37,000, which is, we weren't far off that anyway. So that second growth stage in the morning, it should be third. So, yeah, we've done everything. So there's no worries at all. Oh, the voucher. Oh, wow, that is a really good price. 35,000 for a voucher of helmet. That's 60% off, so it would be it would be 100 odd grand. But that's, I think we'll do it. It's a shame in a way because we're just getting our money up, but I think that will fit in a range. That's now not bad. It isn't. So let's just move this out of the way. 11,000. Can we actually repair the windrower? Now then, we've got a baler and we also have the. So let's get this repaired because this is going to need to go. Next session, we're going to cut the grass, and we've already got the baler up there. Now, the other thing is, although we're aiming for the farm, we do need a repair point up there because there's a couple of things. I noticed the brands had not repaired it, so there's a few things that we need to repair up there. We can get the fuel from the cheap, the Imatana. That is actually right. Repair, not sell, and repair. Right down to 8,700. So let's just go and see the grass. We could set a worker going, and then I can pop up there. So right down to 8,706, but we are in the black, and that is an important thing. Now let's set this going, and we're going to pop and see. That's a set destination. We want to go to this field here because you can go on the grass. We are going to go and have a look. Fantastic. Yeah, third growth stage. Fantastic. So then we are almost, it should be that our sugar is almost at, it's July. Oh, we've got 35,000 in profits from it. And that's not including taking it to the BI industry self-marketing. So that's not terrible, really. I mean, it's not for a. I do think I am right about this, though, because look, we've not even halfway got through that amount. We only had like 100 odd tons, thousand litres. That's getting up a little bit as well. The sugar, 64,000 litres. It's not bad. Yeah, no, that is right. It's just it is losing, but not a lot. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with that. I think we will ramp it up a little though. It seems to be a little bit terrible. Yeah, it's not doing a terribly good job, is it really? So I think I'll improve that a little. I don't think it's there. It's not where a sugar factory should be. I mean, I'm not trying to make it into a big factory, although I think the giant factories are not very good anyway. So I'm trying to improve it to the size that a factory should be for a home one, but still, it's still got to be a viable business, or else you'd just have to buy a bigger factory. So yeah, we'll increase it a little. Ooh, okay, we will go and rescue the worker, and then I think, where are you going? What are you doing? You've gone past the bridge, you absolute nincompoop. Where am I supposed to go now? We'll turn around here. Obviously somewhere with no sense of direction. And these are that is, would you believe, it's a big farmer's kiosk. Yeah, it is. It's classed as. That's what it's called. I was looking at it originally when I was. I've actually about fixed the farmer's kiosk. Now that I did do in Blender and I did it okay. But the vehicles I'm less than successful with so far. They are very much more complicated than than placeables, which I knew that. But again, the other thing is as well, yeah, I mean, it depends, because obviously a lot of people will tweak a vehicle, like and they'll just add functions to it. Now, I wanted to go a little bit further than that. I wanted to actually like do the modeling. That's the really difficult bits. Well, actually, no, it's all really difficult. Vehicles are an absolute monster of a job. There are so many little parts on a vehicle that it really is quite tough sort of thing. So yeah, this can do things like the windrower. I mean, we've also got the little tractor too, which is still capable of doing quite a bit. So we'll get this cut next time. We can't put, obviously, we can, so what we can do with the grass? Well, we're going to make bales with them. Yeah, we might need to take a loan out to actually put that down. Otherwise, it's a bit pointless, isn't it, really? Yeah, it is a little. It's true. Now, we've got that can also be a water tanker, but we'd have to wait Mind you know, yeah, we're going to cut the grass so we can actually fertilise it, and then we might need to use it as a water tanker for a bit. We've got to, box clever. Yeah, I think actually the baler needed repairing as well. So, yeah, we're going to have to put one of the beautiful... In fact, we could do that now. Trying to think again, middle is about where we're going to do all of this little lot for now. So we could stick those beautiful ramps. No, it's not too far in the way. It's sort of on the edge of the field because we do own half of the headland. But I want it to make sense. Yeah, no, I don't want to block away that way either because that's the only way we can travel down the side of the field. So let's have a look. Tools. This is brilliant. Do we stick it just on the edge like that? I think that's not bad. It's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna get in the way of the. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's just make sure. Such a reasonable cost. Yeah, no, it's happy with that. It's about as good as it gets. So we can now repair. I think. Oh, let's put a. I do like to put the washer right next to it as well. I think that's quite. So let's do that as well. Beautiful 500 car shape, and it's sort of, yeah, we know overlaps. We know we've got a B mode this actually. There we go. Fantastic. So there we go. That's very inexpensive, but really a fantastic and very needed part of the game. So yeah, we're down to 7,448. We have got the beautiful Elho as our mower. We've got a windrower and we've got the baler. So we've completely sorted for the things, and then we will take a load and I shall stick that down next session. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.